What if the story of our spiritual journey isn't just a story about the past? What if it's actually a map for right now? Today, we're going to dive into a really fascinating model of existence drawn straight from our source material that completely flips our understanding of time and reality on its head.
You know, we're all taught to think of time as this straight line, right? You're born, you live, you die. A simple path from point A to point B. But what if that's just not the whole picture? What if reality is way more intricate and honestly, a lot more elegant?
Because according to the framework we're exploring today, time isn't a line at all. It's a loop, a continuous journey that we're all taking, right now. And, get this one idea, well, it pretty much changes everything. So let's trace the path of this cosmic loop and just see where it takes us. Now, the central metaphor for this whole thing is the idea of a cosmic heartbeat. Don't think of a mechanical, ticking clock. Think of something alive, something rhythmic, something with a purpose. To help us visualize this, the source uses this really powerful image, a Mobius strip. You know that weird twisted loop of paper that only has one side? It represents this three-part circulation of time, a constant pulse of existence that, just like a heartbeat, has no real beginning and no real end. It just is.
So, what are the three beats of this cosmic heart? Well, the source describes them as three different worlds. They're stages that all form one single unified journey for the soul.
And here's where it gets kind of mind-bending. The path doesn't start at 1. It starts right in the middle, in World 2, which is the world of physical birth and being here. From there, we move on to World 3, the stage of ascension, where we face our biggest test. And finally, we complete the loop in World 1, the point of death, and our return to the source. So it's birth, test, and then return. That's the basic map for the soul's journey.
Okay, so to really understand this journey, the source gives us these powerful prophetic archetypes. Now, these aren't just historical figures. Think of them more like cosmic forces, or stages within this loop. And we're going to start with Musa, or Moses, and the archetype of fire. This moment is it's absolutely defining. Musa is drawn to this fire, and it's through this intense, powerful element that he has a direct encounter with the divine. So fire here, it's not just about destruction, it's about revelation, it's about power, and it's about purification. So Musa, in this model, he embodies that trial by fire. His whole path is about submitting the ego, that earthly part of us, what the source calls the nafs, to a higher law. It's a journey of burning away all those impurities, all that arrogance, to reveal divine justice and order. So if Musa represents the all-consuming power of fire, the next archetype, Isa, or Jesus, embodies its complete opposite, the pure, brilliant radiance of light.
This quote from the source really nails Isa's unique nature. His whole existence, his birth, his death, his resurrection, it's all framed in peace and pure divine spirit. He isn't purified by fire. He's presented as an embodiment of that purity from the very start.
And right here, you can see the two paths diverge. Musa's journey is all about purifying the nafs, the earthly self, by submitting to divine law. That's the path of fire. Isa's journey, on the other hand, embodies the Ruh, or the pure spirit, and that represents the path of the divine word and mercy. That's the path of light. So you've got law and grace, fire and light. These are the two huge forces that are driving this whole cosmic loop.
Okay, so we've got the trial of fire and the embodiment of light. Who brings it all together? Well, the source presents the Prophet Muhammad as the one who synthesizes both of these paths and completes or seals the loop.
This table really gives us the big picture. You have Adam as the starting point, right? He faces that first test of choice. Then you have Musa, who represents the trial and submission. You have Isa, who represents the ascension into pure spirit. And then you have Muhammad, who embodies the entire cycle. His life, as the source presents it, is the complete map, the submission of Musa, the sacrifice, and the spiritual ascension of Isa, all rolled into one journey.
This means Muhammad isn't just another step on the path. He represents the entire loop itself. His journey makes the whole path, from that purification by fire all the way to ascension in light, totally manifest and understandable for us. In this framework, he's the one who seals the whole prophetic cycle.
All right, now this is where this huge cosmic map becomes really personal, because this isn't just about prophets from thousands of years ago. It's about you, right here, right now. This model of three worlds, of fire and of light, it's not just some old story. The source presents it as a living blueprint.
It's a map for your inner world. That journey of birth and trial and return. that struggle between our earthly self and our pure spirit. That's a cycle that's happening inside each of us all the time.
And that journey always presents us with a choice, symbolized by the two sons of Adam. Are we on the path of the accepting soul, like Habil, defined by submission and gratitude? Or are we on the path of the prideful soul, like Qabil, driven by arrogance and rejection? Every single action, every thought, it places us on one of these two paths inside the loop.
So we end up right back where we started, but now with a totally new perspective. If existence isn't a straight line, but a continuous loop of birth, trial, and return, where are you? Are you facing the fire of purification? Are you ascending towards the light? Or are you getting ready for the return? It's a pretty powerful question to think about.